Hey guys, Stephanie here to share a look at my November Project Life album. And just to warn you, I do have a little bit of laryngitis and like a cold, so if I sound funny, that is why. I apologize. But I wanted to do this video showing you a quick walkthrough of November. This month I decided to go back to the larger 6x8 size. I really do love the 4x4 and 4x6 size just because it's just easier to print pictures. And I went back and forth again this month trying to figure out what size. And finally I just started printing pictures, and that made the world of a difference. So as soon as I had like a collection of pictures printed, I felt like that wall that was up finally came down and I was able to start creating. So just lesson learned to myself, next time just start printing, and then I'll hopefully end up somewhere rather than just contemplating and going back and forth and wasting a lot of time. So anyway, this is a look at November. I used a 6x8-ish binder that is, I think I picked up from Target. I love looking through their office supply section. They always come out with these cute little binders that you can use for just about anything, and I love using them for mini albums. And you'll see in here that I do use page protectors, but the 6x8 size doesn't fit in there unless you trim off the edge that has the holes, where you would punch them in and then you just punch holes into your photos, as I've done in a couple other albums this year. But this is the 11th album this year, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So this is just a look at the front of the binder. I love that it has a pattern to it, so I didn't have to stress about what to do for the cover. And it has a little label on the spine, and I just added two little thickers there for 11 for the month. This book, like most of the other ones, is just full of different layers and pictures and photos outside of the page, and then I did add in some page protectors as well, which I'll walk you through that. So to start, I just used the November card from the Canyonlands kit at Studio Calico. I just trimmed it off a little bit so it was a little bit smaller than the 4x6 size. I backed it with another card and just wrote some journaling there. This is that super cool extra large tag with the gold on the edge. And I cut off the tag part and just made it kind of like its own page in the album and typed some journaling there. And on the back, my kids really wanted to write on this card. They loved this card. They wanted to write on the front, but I had already typed on the front. But so they wrote what they were thankful for there. And then here, this is a larger photo, and I just stapled on the little rubber November flag right there. A large photo there, and I backed it with another large photo. This is a journaling card from the Canyonlands Project Life kit, or Documenter kit, and I just punched a hole right in the side and just added it right into the album. Since it didn't fit I guess I could have done two holes, but I just liked it being kind of right there in the middle. This is just kind of like a page divider. I just wanted something to break up the layers here, so I just used a piece of pattern paper from the Canyonland. I think this is from the scrapbook kit, and then I stapled on a label onto the side. So basically, once I got past this page, I just wanted something visually to break that up, so I added that there. So it really just doesn't have, there's nothing written on it, but it's just basically like kind of like a divider. This is just a little vellum envelope that came with some stuff in the kit. It has a few pictures and a few journaling cards that I added in there and just punched holes and stapled in there. And I kept the chipboard piece that whatever, I guess it was alpha or something that was in here. I kept that in here and punched the holes. It just made the bag itself a little sturdier. And now I have a large photo, but over that, this is a card from the Canyonlands stationery kit. It's a printable card, and I printed it on vellum and then just layered it over. I thought it was such a beautiful quote from F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I just wanted to add it in my book in some way, and I thought it looked kind of cool over a large photo. So here I have two large photos back to back. These are some binder clips that are in the shop that are they have different sayings on them, and I just love adding the extra little elements like labels and tags and clips into the book. Another large photo to back that one up. And this is a collage of photos that I just added onto a piece of pattern paper with a tag along the side and just a few little adhesive pieces there. A 4x4 photo that I just used, so this is that pattern, the back of that pattern paper. And I just added my photo there, and I did a stamp. I think this stamp was from the Wink Wink kit last month, and I just added that right onto the stamp that on the side, and then added some stars to kind of denote the cute little things there. This one is a page protector. It is 6x8, but I actually used my fuse and my sewing machine, as you'll see throughout my album, to create smaller sizes. So I had a bunch of 4x4 pictures. This one's actually, I think, from October. I think that was made a debut in my album last month, but I had an extra one and I decided to stick it in here to go along with these photos. So they're 4x4, and basically it was a 6x8 page protector, and I slid my photos in, sewed down the side, and then sewed across the middle. And then I used alpha, those gold thickers, across the centers for Enjoy Today, just to add a little bit of detail, but not too much. This is just another larger photo that I printed out, typed my journaling there on the side, and then I backed it with the same size photo. And then this is another photo from our beach, or two photos from our beach trip. And instead of doing like one large photo, as I did later in the book, and cutting it down the middle or cropping it to be half and half, I thought it looked kind of interesting to have two from kind of the same color scheme side by side. And I added some thickers, gold thickers over here on this side, and a little label. And then this is a journaling card from the Canyonlands documentary kit that I added just with a paper clip that kind of goes along with our beach story. Here are a few more page protectors that I use my sewing machine and fuse on. These are more 4x4 photos and journaling cards. So these are 4x6 cards that I just trimmed down and just added right into the book. There's another one. I think this is from the Canyonlands Planner kit, that gold divider, gold dot divider, and I just trimmed it off a little bit and then added a label on top there. A large photo here. This little tag, "Love Your Face," is so cute. I think it's from the Day by Day class supplies. So I picked that up in the shop. I thought that was super cute, and I loved all the little tags that came with it. So I just punched a hole and added that in here. Here's the large photo here. And these are two collages that I just printed out. I think they're, I don't know, maybe 5x7. And then I just adhered them with some other photos. Always have to have a collage somewhere in there. This is a, I'm not sure exactly the size of this. Basically, I just printed one photo on 8.5 by 11 photo paper, and then just cut it right down the middle. And I trimmed off a little bit the top and the bottom just so it would match up when I adhered it into this album. Super easy to do. And if you're in the 25 days class, I have a tutorial up about how to crop a photo and print it the left and the right side, if it's easier, if it's your printer can accommodate that size better. So on the back, I just wanted to write a little bit about our Thanksgiving. We had all of our family in town, and I wanted to write some little notes about this. These are some digital stamps that I think are from Wink Wink in the shop, and I just added those onto my canvas and then typed my journaling and then printed that out, and then it added that right into the book, just so I had a little bit of our story there. These are some Instax photos from Thanksgiving. And again, as you can see, I use my fuse here to create this little mini page protector because I didn't have any kind of baseball card size page protectors. So I added those four there with a little label right in the middle. Another journaling card from the Canyonlands documentary kit that I just trimmed the top and the bottom edges off. And a few more larger photos here. This is another card. It's actually the printable card that I thought was a really fun quote. So I wanted to add that into the album. So I just printed it on photo paper and just added it right in. A couple more journaling cards and a large tag with a stamp kind of to go along journaling for the book. The little books right there that I'm reading. with a little piece of pattern paper just to kind of cover the back of this photo. So this is kind of the end so far of my album. I just printed this one on, again, 8.5 by 11 paper, and then just cut it right down where I wanted the middle to be for that photo. Oh, and then I guess at the end I do have like a little baggie of some Thanksgiving coloring book my daughter brought home, and some more pictures and cards. And I just always, any bag that comes in my kit, I always keep and reuse because they're so fun. A little baseball card from our friend, and a little invitation, and a little book. So I like to keep this extra stuff and preserve it, keep it in a little bag or something like that so we don't lose it. So that is a look at November. Can't believe that we are already 11 months through the year and just one last little album. It's been such a fun project, and I have so far 11 awesome books full of our memories and pictures, and it's just been super fun. So thanks so much for joining me. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And as always, I really appreciate all your support with this project. I know it sounds crazy even still, but it has been really fun, and I love being able to share it with you all. Thanks so much, guys.